What's going on, guys? It is the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you an awesome video. I'm doing a coaster countdown for a park that I've never really talked about on this channel, or never heard of really before, except for their main coaster, Cheetah, which is at Wild Adventures. And Wild Adventures, I originally thought they only had a Bakoma Boomerang, Cheetah, and the Wild Mouse, but somehow I looked on Wikipedia and they had 7 coasters, so I'm counting down which roller coasters are the best. Number 7 is their Bakoma Kid Coaster, or Junior Coaster, whatever you like to call it. Ant Farm Express. This is a standard Bakoma kiddie coaster. Nothing really too special. It's good for the kids. Yeah, well. Number 6 is another standard Bakoma Kid Coaster, Swamp Thing. It would have been nice if it had green track and gray supports, because green better fits a swamp, or green track and brown supports would be a better fit for a swamp themed coaster. But that's okay. This is your standard cloned Bakoma Kid coaster. Besides the Junior coaster, this is a suspended coaster, which is pretty cool. There's no floor. But this coaster is kind of shaky, so yeah. Now we're going into the top 5, and this is very sad. Their 5th best coaster is a Wild Mouse. Go bananas. The name doesn't really fit with a wild mouse. I think it would better fit if it was called Wild Mouse or Mad Mouse, something like themed to a mouse. Or Critter Crawler, I don't know. But this coaster has a weird color scheme, just not that great of a wild mouse. At least it's good for the families. It's an okay ride. Number 4 is another okay ride. It's probably the best family coaster at this park, Viking Voyage. It's their newest coaster, built in 2010, relocated from an amusement park. And this coaster, it looks like it has a decent drop. It looks like it. There's some nice little hills and turns. It looks like a decent family coaster. I'll give it that. But overall, this coaster doesn't look like the greatest coaster out there. It seems okay, but not the best. Number 3 is the first thrilling coaster on this list, and this is very sad. Their first thrilling coaster is a Bakoma SLC, Twisted Typhoon. Now, this coaster has a nice color scheme of green track and blue supports, and I know how to enjoy a Bakoma SLC. I'm not going to tell you, because it would just take too long, but I made a video about it a long time ago on my channel. So basically, if you know how to ride a Bakoma SLC without getting headbanging, you'll enjoy this ride. But if you fail to try that, you'll get tons of headbanging on the inversions. And overall, if this coaster was glossy smooth, it would definitely be the second best coaster here, or even the best. But number 2 is Boomerang, their Bakoma Boomerang. This is the 4th Bakoma on this list. They have 2 smaller Bakomas and 2 thrilling Bakomas. And their Bakoma Boomerang, it's a cloned coaster like the SLC. They have Twisted Typhoon. It has a nice color scheme, though, with yellow track and black supports. And Bakoma Boomerangs are actually kind of underrated models, in my opinion. Not too many people talk about these rides because they're so cloned. But they're actually fun rides, depending on which one you go on. But number 1 is Cheetah. This coaster has a great layout for a CCI. It's a classic, not a classic, but it's your traditional wooden coaster. Has some nice airtime, turns, helixes. Overall, a fun ride. Cheetah is definitely the best coaster at Wild Adventures. But looking at this list of coasters was kind of depressing to me for Wild Adventures, because they do really need some better coasters. I'm fine with their SLC and Boomerang. Their family coaster lineup's fine, but they need that over-the-top thrilling coaster like a GCI or an RMC. That would give them a good big 3 of their Bakoma Boomerang, Cheetah, and this new coaster, if it's a GCI or an RMC. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.